Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host Nick Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight. Guys, in the Star Wars fandom, there is perhaps no other story arc more beloved outside of the original trilogy than perhaps the Clone Wars. And what is so beautiful about the Clone Wars is that there are a number of different timelines and story narratives within the Clone Wars umbrella of branding, so to speak. And they're all fantastic. Whether or not we are going all the way back to 2003 to 2005 and talking about the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, these micro episodes of this cartoon series aired, as you probably know, on Cartoon Network back between 2003, leading up to the release of Revenge of the Sith in 2005. These were absolutely fantastic for their day, and still just absolutely great. The animation style is incredibly awesome if you're a fan of Samurai Jack or more recently Primal. That's Genndy Tartakovsky. I hope I'm not butchering his name, but these are absolutely freaking fantastic. And completely independent of those, I believe, are the Dark Horse comic book series that also ran around pretty much the similar timeline in between the release of Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. This is an amazing, amazing comic book series put out by Dark Horse Comics back in the day. And the story narratives in this are dark, are very mature, and incredibly, incredibly awesome. And then independent of both of those, of course, is the Clone Wars series that we all know and love. And when you say Clone Wars today, everyone basically thinks of these. That is, of course, the modern George Lucas / Dave Filoni Clone Wars that came out prior to following the release of Revenge of the Sith in around 2008 and moving forward to just today. So these are absolutely fantastic. This is season 1 and 2 I have on DVD from back in the day. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. So anyways, the Clone Wars are absolutely fantastic, and I have a number of elements of the Clone Wars here in my collection in action figure and other forms that I'm going to show off to you guys tonight. So this will be really, really fun. So stick around. A lot of Star Wars love coming your way right now.
Nick Knack's Plastic Planet.
Alrighty guys, to start things off tonight, we have a Hasbro product here. This is the Aggressive Reconnaissance 170 Starfighter, or ARC 170 Starfighter. Actually, I had to look up that acronym. But this is a badass looking starship. It really kind of looks like the precursor to the X-Wing fighter. Of course, this is like an X-Wing fighter on steroids here. I love the lines of symmetry on this particular starfighter. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a World War II aircraft, like a World War II fighter plane. Really, really awesome. Of course, this thing carries 3 pilots. You got 2 clone trooper pilots in the front, and then you got 1 clone trooper gunner in the back. So it is really, really damn awesome. Of course, you have an astromech there in the middle to calculate all those hyperspace jumps. Still absolutely awesome. I love the giant chubby intakes on this thing. And then, of course, the big badass gun placements on both sides of the wingspan of this ship here. Really, really damn cool. I love this one a lot. Of course, like I said, this was a Hasbro ship. Came out in 2005 with the release of Revenge of the Sith. I remember getting this on the morning of the merchandise release, and I was really, really excited to get my hot hands on this particular item. Really damn awesome. The ARC 170. Alrighty guys, let's get into the premium realm just a little bit here, and let's look at some clone troopers. This is a 2-pack from Sideshow Collectibles. I don't recall the release date on it. They were a gift from my wife, but it is a 2-pack. That is, of course, Echo right there, I believe, and Fives. And the reason I can tell it's Fives is, I believe, is because of that handprint on his clone trooper armor. Really, really cool. I've had these two displayed just like this for a very, very long time in my collection, and I don't actually show these two off very often on the Plastic Planet, unless you happen to have caught a couple of my room tours. But anyway, they come with a shitload of parts. Look at all these parts. So let's change them out a little bit. So you guys can kind of see them in some different poses, and I think they're due to be displayed a little differently here on the Plastic Planet as well. Let's do it! Alrighty, so check it out. I have put Echo's actual head sculpt on. Of course, you just pop off the helmet, and you can actually put the head portrait on. And I kind of dig his expression a lot. I actually never have had that displayed like this, and I think I'm going to keep it like this for a while. Really dig his just his facial expression there a lot. He looks kind of cocky there. Looks kind of cool. I love how he's got his eyebrow little cocked there. Looks really, really damn cool. So these two are absolutely fantastic looking action figures. Like I said, they come with a bunch of different ways to pose them. At one point, I had one of these guys crouched down, as you guys can see down here. If you look, you guys can see the way his foot is a little cocked right there. I can change out all his feet, but I had him crouched in a crouching position, and I found that his armor started kind of folding up on themselves, and I didn't want that to happen. One downside with a lot of these older Sideshow pieces, and I hope Hot Toys pieces don't go in the same direction, is the elasticity on like the armor pieces over time. The elasticity kind of gets stretched and frayed, and the armor will start to droop. You guys can kind of see a little example of that right there. This is a little stuck right there. Anyway, hope that's not the case. These have held up pretty well. They are a number of years old at this point. I had them back at our old place, and that was way back in they go back to at least 2014. I'd have to look up the date on their release specifically, but I don't have that with me right now. But anyway, looking really damn cool. Really do dig these guys a lot. Alrighty guys, and there is one more look at them, this time with both of their Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmets on. I really did like the Phase 1 looking Clone Trooper helmets that first appeared in Episode 2 Attack of the Clones and throughout the early seasons of the Clone Wars. Really digging that a lot. Absolutely great looking action figures. Sorry, I don't want to make you guys too dizzy there. I kind of wanted to give you guys a look-see at these guys. Again, these are from Sideshow Collectibles. You know what? I don't know if Hot Toys is improving on these vastly. I haven't had an opportunity to purchase any of the newer Hot Toys clone figures, but I do dig these guys a lot. Sideshow did a pretty bang-up job with clones back in the day. Sideshow's always done a really good job with clones and droids, and maybe not so much main characters, but definitely like these guys. Again, absolutely awesome. Love these guys a lot. Alrighty guys, so check it out. I am standing up on a step ladder here up in the rafters of the archive/arcade room of the Plastic Planet to show you guys off a nice figure set I have of these original Cartoon Network Clone Wars animated figures. Again, these are the Genndy Tartakovsky series. I keep butchering that dude's name, and apologies, man, apologies. But anyway, that is from those Cartoon Network micro series Clone Wars episodes that came out years and years ago, between Episode 2 and Episode 3, between 2003 and 2005. Here's just a few of those figures. I actually have the whole set. Here's half of them, and then I'll get to the other half here. I just got to move the ladder. But really cool. Got Yoda, got that clone trooper, got Dirge. Remember Dirge? Boy, he was a badass bounty hunter, and he was really badass in that particular series. I wish they would have revisited Dirge in the modern Lucasfilm animated Clone Wars series. Not that these weren't Lucasfilm, but you know what I'm saying, the modern version that we all know and love. I wish they would have revisited Dirge. Great character. There's a Asajj Ventress, looking really cool there. There's an ARC Trooper, which were like modified, smarter clone troopers, so to speak. Again, that's a story arc I wish they sort of revisited that with Commander Cody and Captain Rex. I think they were kind of ARC troopers. I'm not sure, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But yeah, that's something you didn't really see in the modern Clone Wars series either. And then of course there is Mace Windu. So really, really cool, really cool figures. So let's look at the second half right now. I just got to move the stepladder, guys. Alrighty, guys. So again, I apologize. The lighting is not real good up here, but here's the second half of those action figures. And I kept all of them on card, and I'm kind of glad I did. I thought about opening them on a few occasions and displaying them loose, but I'm kind of glad I kept them on card, just because they kind of have a unique card back, and I really like the way the characters are displayed on the actual bubble. So anyway, I think this is the full set, including the ones I just showed you. So we got the original Anakin Skywalker, the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, General Grievous there, Count Dooku, and again, I am vicariously on a stepladder here with my Republic gunship digging into me that I've got hanging up here that I'll show you in just a second. But yes, this is sort of a little guerrilla style here as far as YouTubing goes. But anyway, there is the Anakin Skywalker from the series finale of that show that led right into episode 3 at the time. Again, many timelines, different canons, so to speak. Going back even into the George Lucas era of Star Wars. So kind of interesting of note there. But anyway, all good stuff though. No one argues about the Clone Wars, that's for sure. All versions were pretty goddamn awesome. Alrighty guys, so check it out. Going back and revisiting one more time that old 2D animated Clone Wars micro series from Cartoon Network back in the day. These are 2 commemorative DVD collection action figure sets that came out when they released both volumes respectively on DVD from that series way back in the day. And these are really, really cool. I don't actually even know if I have shown these figure sets off here on the Plastic Planet. I've had them since they came out. You guys can see some shelf wear on these boxes. I've contemplated opening them here and there in the past. Again, I'm glad I kept them in the package though, because the packaging on these is just really superb and top shelf. You got a Commander Cody in there. Look at that old school Commander Cody in there. You got Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then you got General Grievous. Look how awesome that General Grievous is. I hope you guys can see it. Hope there's not a lot of reflection coming off the plastic there, the plastic clamshell there, but looking really, really cool. I love the graphic art splashed across there. You really get a sense of the animation style and how it differentiates from the canonized or modern Clone Wars series. And then over here you got some more. You got the kind of the tattooed Anakin Skywalker. Again, that was the last episode of this series where Anakin is with Obi-Wan and he kind of goes on a vision quest. It leads right into the beginning of episode 3. Really well done, guys. Again, different timeline than what we see in other Star Wars and in the other Clone Wars canonized version, a different timeline. But again, no one argues about it because it's all good. And you can just kind of pick and choose what you like. There's a CC-10 there, and then just a standard clone trooper, I believe. So really, really damn awesome. Again, look at the box art on this. Really, really cool. I just love the animation style there. It really gives you an idea of what that show looked like if you've never seen it. And there's the back side. Just kind of gives you a better feel of what those action figures look like out of the box. Let's look at the other one too, just to give you guys that feel as well. So really, really cool. Really, really good stuff here. You guys can pause that if you want to read that shit. Really, really cool. So anyway, absolutely awesome. And look at that. Remember Hyperspace? Remember you could subscribe to Hyperspace, and it was like basically the fan club around the time of episode 3. When episode 3 came out, you could subscribe to Hyperspace and you get all these insider information on episode 3 coming. I was a Hyperspace member. It was awesome. So good. Such good memories there, man. Such good memories. Alrighty guys, let's look at some more Hasbro love here. These are technically from episode 2, Attack of the Clones, but they fit in the Clone Wars genre just fine. That is the Hailfire droid from Hasbro and the Spider droid from Hasbro. Both of these came out during, I believe, episode 2. And I've had these guys for quite a while, but they are really fantastic. Speaking of firing missiles being annoying, look at all the missiles I'm missing off my Hailfire droid, quite a few. But it still displays well, even though I'm missing a few, because obviously he's shot off a few, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But still, really good-looking piece. He's got some nice wheels on him. I like that sensor eye there in the middle, that red sensor eye. This ground blaster to take out clone troopers and troop personnel. So really, really cool. And then there's the Spider droid up here from episode 2. This is another really, really awesome piece as well. Alrighty guys, here's another kick-ass piece, and that is of course my ATTE from Hasbro. This is 3 3/4 inch scales. You can see the little clone trooper up top there on top of the large turret. Really, really awesome piece overall, although I do have some complaints about it. I am missing a couple pieces, and you would think that I picked this thing up secondhand or had it from my childhood, which neither is correct. I'm way too old to have had this as a kid. I've had this as an adult collector the entire time, bought it brand new back in 2010, I want to say. And I'm just missing a ton of pieces from storage. And when I say I'm missing them, I haven't lost them. I mean, I have them somewhere. They're just probably in another storage bin somewhere, and I'd have to go through so much crap, guys. So anyway, this is as complete as I can get it for the purposes of this video tonight. I do apologize, but nevertheless, consider that as a cautionary tale as a collector. To be careful when you stow your stuff. As you guys can see, I'm missing that part of that back leg back there. I have it. It's somewhere. I just don't know where the hell it is. And of course, I'm missing two of the front guns there. Again, that's those damn projectile pieces with the little spring-loaded things in there that shit just shoots off. Sometimes they'll shoot off randomly. You'll be like sitting on the couch and they'll shoot off. I've actually had that. Really, really annoying. But anyway, the ATTE is a really, really fun piece. Let me get my finger out of the shot. The ATTE is a really fun piece. There is a ton of cargo room in this thing. You can probably put like 40 clone troopers in this thing if you wanted to. You got secondary gunner and pilot seats in there. You got a pilot seat up front here with a clone trooper in there, I believe. And then of course you got the gunner position, the main gunner position. And then of course in the back, you can deploy troops, which is really, really cool. Both of these fold out, I believe. Let's see if I can do this without knocking it over. Come on, there it is. And then, of course, this thing deploys out. And it does make sounds. I just don't have fresh batteries in it at the moment. But anyway, so it deploys down the ramp there. You got a ramp there, and then you can put probably 20 clone troopers in there, another like 4 in there, and then one up front. So you can put a shitload of clone troopers in this thing. It's pretty damn boss. I just wish I knew where all the damn pieces were. And another thing that does frustrate me is these legs are so temperamental. They will just fall off if you even like touch it funny. I would have a hard time believing this piece had a great deal of really good playability. I bet any kid that got this as a kid probably lost a ton of stuff, because I've lost a ton of stuff just as a collector, even though I wouldn't say lost, more like misplaced. It's not like my my sixth leg over there isn't like in some kid's sandbox or something. It's downstairs. It's just in a tote. I just don't know where. Anyway, that's the ATTE. Pretty cool. Alrighty guys, getting back in on the premium end of my Clone Wars collection. I've got two 1/6 scale figures here, both from Sideshow Collectibles. Both are fairly old now. Both of these figures are, oh man, over 10 years old each. And one of them is the Anakin Skywalker. This is from what you'd probably consider the more canonical Clone Wars series, the modern Clone Wars series. Sort of a real life version of him in his Clone Wars attire there from the cartoon series, which looks really, really pretty badass. It's funny that I'm showing these figures off today when Sideshow, by extension Hot Toys, just premiered at the virtual Comic-Con their new version of both of these figures. Both of them came from the modern canonical Clone Wars series. But then I've got this Jendi Turkowski Obi-Wan Kenobi here as well. Again, I think I butchered his name again. But anyway, that is a really, really awesome looking figure. So I've got two different Clone Wars figures, basically from two different Clone Wars series, and but they look beautiful together. So it all fits, man. It all fits just beautiful. And then of course I've got a General Gree over here. He is of course from Episode 3. He kind of got the bad end of Yoda's lightsaber in Episode 3. Really badass. He's a great looking figure. I should show him off more in a later video at some point. I've got a lot of parts and accessories and a different portrait for him. He looks absolutely awesome. I should show him off in another video. And then I've got a Utapau clone trooper here as well from Episode 3. So a lot of love here, a lot of Episode 3 love here, a lot of Clone Wars love as well from two different Clone Wars cartoon series looking beautiful together. Alrighty guys, going back to the Cartoon Network Micro series, we've got a awesome Snow Bunny Padme, as she was called back in the day from that awesome Micro episode on Ilum. And then of course, we've got another Obi-Wan in that battle, that clone armor, augmented with Jedi robes. So that's really, really cool. Again, these were tiny mini busts. They were sold by Gentle Giant. And they came in, they were like $5 each, and you could buy them at like Sam Goody or Media Play or Suncoast. Remember those stores? Those stores were so fun. But anyway, that's where you could get these guys back in the day. And of course, we haven't even talked about standard battle droids, and what kind of Clone Wars video would this be if we didn't show some standard battle droids. Here are my two regular infantry battle droids from Sideshow Collectibles, as seen here on my shelves, looking really, really badass and awesome looking. Yeah, I dig these a lot. Really, really cool figures. They're a little spindly. They didn't actually come with stands. They're the first Sideshow figures I ever got that didn't come with stands. So I actually put them on some stands because they do tend to fall over as they are a little spindly and a little fragile. Got to be kind of careful with these guys, but they are very, very cool. And then back there, you guys can see, I think that's a reproduction, if I can get the light glare out of it, of an animation cell from, again, that Clone Wars Micro series. And that is Obi-Wan Kenobi there with a couple ARC troopers with him. Really, really badass. I've shown these off on room tours before, guys. So we're not covering any new ground, but it's still pretty goddamn awesome. There, those battle droids looking really awesome. How about a Gentle Giant full statue? I've shown this off many times, but here it is one more time. That's my Asajj Ventress and Count Dooku. Not 1/6 scale. I don't know what scale this would be, but it's a full-size statue nonetheless from Gentle Giant. Really, really nice piece. Came out several years ago. Shown this off in room tour videos as well in the past, but I sort of like the sort of sultry feel to this piece. You've got Asajj Ventress clearly trying to seduce Count Dooku there, and he's a Sith Lord, man. He wants nothing to do with the pleasures of the flesh, you know what I mean? In fact, he almost looks kind of mortified, honestly. But anyway, that's pretty cool. She's kind of grinding into him there. Yeah. So anyway, that is like the most like sexual Star Wars piece I have in my entire collection. And it's pretty badass. And Asajj Ventress looks really damn cool there. Really nice piece. Again, I'm kind of holding my camera up onto my shelves here rather than taking this down because I just risk breaking shit when I do that. So I'm just showing you guys as this stuff is on my shelves, which is okay. Alrighty, guys. Last but certainly not least, I got a couple infantry battle droids here. Same deal as these are from Sideshow Collectibles, 1/6 scale. I actually have them on some doll stands I bought at Hobby Lobby because again, these guys didn't come with stands and they are not as sturdy as you would think. I mean, well, I don't think you would think they were sturdy because they are a little flimsy and the legs are a little flimsy, but that is to make them, obviously look realistic. Very, very cool pieces because they are security droids assigned to the general himself, General Grievous. This is 1/6 scale Sideshow. This is an amazing piece. I've had him forever. If you have watched a couple of my room tour videos, you've seen this guy. I've never actually gotten him out and kind of done a full review on him. Maybe one day I'll get brave and do that, although I don't know. He is really difficult to pose. He is on a stand here, and it kind of comes up and girdles his crotch area there, but he doesn't stand well even with the stand. And he does come with the option to split apart those arms and kind of do like a quad lightsaber attack position. But again, I've never been able to work him into any kind of pose. As you guys can see, he's got a number of lightsabers there in his collection. And again, I just messed with him and now he's going to fall over. Oh, there he is. Okay. So anyway, but I love this figure a lot. I love the eyes on him. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Look at those cat eyes. That's the one thing I always loved about General Grievous was his damn cat eyes. He's like, you can just see him, just hear him talking shit to Obi-Wan in episode 3 right there. You must know. You are doomed. I don't know. Totally butchered that. But anyway, really, really damn cool. Again, I don't even want to give you a 360 of this piece because it's such a pain in the ass to move around. But anyway, here he is in my Detolf shelf, looking really, really fantastic. I love this piece a lot. Love the detailing on him. You guys can see the little tiny pieces on his vocabulator back there. His droid vocal parts or whatever you want to call them. Really, really cool. And I just love his organic eyes just peering out from that cyborg helmet. So freaking cool. So anyway, there they all are on this shelf together, looking really, really badass. That's a great set. I love this piece a lot. Well, alrighty guys, well that is going to wrap up this edition of The Plastic Planet. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a showcase of a lot of my Clone Wars memorabilia I have sitting around the house here. I'm sure I've got a ton more, guys, in my storage totes and whatnot here in my storage room down here in The Plastic Planet, but that was definitely the big heavy players that I showed off tonight. Really good stuff. Really, really fun stuff. And you know what? There just isn't a bad version of the Clone Wars. I just can't say that enough. Varying, conflicting storylines for sure, but still all of it's just gold, man. Just absolute gold. So anyway, all right, guys, like I said, that's going to wrap things up here on The Plastic Planet. Please like, share, comment. Please do subscribe, guys. And remember, life is oh so very, very short, so get out there and fill it. Fill it with some plastic crap. Guys, I'll be back really, really, really soon with some more Plastic Planet awesomeness, so don't go too far. All right, guys, later. Love ya. Bye.